here this morning, and we want to continue to get an update out of Florida, where two suspects.
Bro, she fucking drove with flip-flops, by the way, which is crazy. Another win for law and order, but another L for America. It's also an L for crime, which we are fond of here. But now that we're done with that crime, let's get back to this kind of crime. That's right. We're doing some serious news coverage here at the Hasanabi News broadcast. We're back. We're live. We are going to be going to Tennessee, where two Tennessee lawmakers out of the three that were protesting alongside these students protesting for gun control were officially expelled from the state house for being mean and, causing chaos. Of course, the two lawmakers that were expelled were both young black men, whereas the third lawmaker that was not expelled was a older white lady. I wonder why, or I wonder how that happened. Anyway, let's take a look.
Again this morning with the growing uproar after two black lawmakers were expelled from Tennessee's legislature. Democratic Representatives Justin Jones and Justin Pearson were removed by Republicans for taking part in a pro-gun control protest inside the House chamber last week. The protest followed the Nashville school shooting that left 6 dead. A third Democrat, Gloria Johnson, escaped expulsion by just one vote. Protesters at the state capitol denounced the vote, and President Biden called it shocking, undemocratic, and without precedent. Mark Strassman is outside the Capitol in Nashville. Mark, good morning.
Good morning, Natalie. Never before has a Tennessee lawmaker, never mind two Tennessee lawmakers, been expelled on partisan grounds. But in a polarized country, the gloves are off.
They walked in hand as the Tennessee Three. Only one walked out, still a lawmaker. Tennessee Representatives Justin Jones, Gloria Johnson, and Justin Pearson addressed their colleagues in Nashville. But Americans all over were also watching.
We shall not bow.
I have to raise the voice of the people in my district.
Our silence about gun violence is the antithesis of what is in the best interest of the people of the state of Tennessee.
Power to the people.
Last week's protest on the State House floor with a bullhorn. They were angry about the lack of debate over gun laws after the slaughter at Nashville's Covenant School last week.
Just because you don't get your way, you can't come to the well, bring your friends, and throw a temper tantrum with an adolescent.
I hate that they're describing this as being a result of polarization, fucking despicable shit the media does. Yes. One very important component of this news story that's like pretty cut and dry in many respects is the news coverage of it has been, I don't even want to say like lackluster, shitty. I feel like it's like deliberately awful. It has been, this is such an obvious miscarriage of justice. This is such an obvious undemocratic. This is such an obvious undemocratic moment. Like, think about it. Marjorie Taylor Greene and others facilitated, okay? Marjorie Taylor Greene and others facilitated in the January 6th insurrection, including Donald Trump. None of those people, and that event actually like led to people dying. This was an otherwise peaceful protest that was frustrating for the lawmakers in that moment. Frustrating for two reasons. One, because they were yelling, and two, because they don't want to do anything, and they absolutely hate, they despise facing their constituents, right? There is no both sidesing this situation or making an equivalence, a false equivalence to how this is similar to making this a false equivalence to January 6th. Okay? The fact that the media is not covering it, on those terms, and how unimaginably undemocratic this is, that they just like literally utilized a bullshit fucking reason to expel 2 black lawmakers from the Tennessee State House of Representatives is mind-boggling to me. Mind-boggling. It's Tennessee, though. Like, come on. But, like, come on for the supposed liberal media, right? Aren't these guys supposed to be the libtards? Aren't they supposed to be, like, straight up biased? This is a very obvious thing that the Republicans did here, and I suspect that they will keep doing shit like this everywhere else as well. There was another example of this where there was a representative flip in North Carolina from the Republican Party to the Democratic Party. Like, they are doing everything they can. They're engaging in every undemocratic thing that they can get away with.
Listen, bullhorn.
Outraged Republicans here have a supermajority, more than enough votes to expel the 3 Democrats.
What is happening here today is a farce of democracy.
Justin Jones defended himself first.
Yeah, sorry. In North Carolina, a representative that was a Democrat flipped over to Republican, offering Republicans a majority in the state legislature.
Defiant, passionate, and voted out.
I hereby declare Representative Justin Jones,
offering them a supermajority,
of the 57 Representative District expelled.
Gloria Johnson went next, a former teacher who had a student die in a school shooting.
It's the guns. It's the people that have the guns, because we are not doing anything to make sure that people who are not safe don't have guns.
The measure to expel Johnson failed by 1 vote. Finally, Representative Justin Pearson spoke.
I don't personally want attention. What I want is attention on the issue of gun violence. But instead, we're here with the resolution you put up talking about expelling me for advocating for ending gun violence in the state of...
The white lady never used the bullhorn, but was standing next to the 2 others that were using the bullhorn. Yeah, that's fucking bullshit, brother. Come on now. Like, that's what the fucking counter that they're using. If you ask the white lady herself, she openly stated what the fucking real reason was. You think they give a fuck about that? Shut up. Shut the fuck up. That also implies that, like, it literally, that also implies that, like, there's any justification for this expulsion. Like, come on, brother. I know that that's what they are saying. I know that's what the Republicans are saying, but they weren't even looking for plausible deniability in this circumstance. They weren't. If that was the case, for the record, all 3 of them would have had different charges. As a matter of fact, all 3 of the members of the House of Representatives that were up for expulsion were up on the same fucking charges. No, this was a very clear fuck you. Cope harder? Cope with what, dude? What you don't understand is none of these people have your best interests at heart. If you're coming in here to be like, I am totally on the side of the Republicans on this one in the state of Tennessee, okay, you're a fucking idiot, okay? Politicians are not looking out for you. And in the rare instance where one of them actually is, okay, or 2 of them or 3 of them actually are, all of a sudden, they get fucking ousted. You think that that's inappropriate. That's so, I mean, I think that that's inappropriate. You think that that's justifiable. That's so weird, dude. Not you, Hassan, the guy. Oh. Never mind. It's a misfire. I thought you were coming in hot, defending the fucking Tennessee state reps here. As a Tennessean, this is horrific to see. Chatter saying, fuck Tennessee. Remember that many leftists and liberal minorities exist here too. We were fighting a good fight just like everyone else. Yeah, also, like, even Tennessee Republicans don't deserve the shitty hand that they're dealt with, like, a lack of Medicaid expansion, for example. Doesn't matter if they're Republicans, okay? Poor Tennesseans are not getting what they could in this regard. I don't care. I don't think that it's only like the good Tennesseans or the people in Tennessee that have the right opinions that deserve a better form of governance. I think all Tennesseans deserve it, no matter what happens. It's the principle that I advocate for when I talk about Medicare for all. Right? Yeah. Status of state action on the Medicaid expansion decision. Look at that. For the record, there is no reason for this. There is no reason to not do this. This is just extra money that they would be getting from the federal government. This is just simply free money for the working poor, the poorest people in these states, to get health care coverage. That's it. Anyway, Rare Ohio W. No, that predates Ohio's right-wing expansion. That's why it's not a Rare Ohio W. It's just that like Ohio since then has become a fucking reactionary hellhole. It's these last couple election cycles that have like made Ohio more and more right wing. Anyway, we had to pass Medicaid expansion through a ballot initiative here in Idaho. Ever since they've been trying to reduce the power of ballot initiatives. Yeah. That's a lot of the red states that have Medicaid expansion now, for the record. A lot of the red states that have Medicaid expansion had to vote it in through ballot measures. Okay? So understand that. Like their politicians refuse to do it, refuse to take free money from the federal government to offer health care that is funded by the federal government, to offer health care to people, to offer Medicaid to all adults with incomes up to 138% of the federal poverty level, which is $20,000 for an individual in 2023, and provide states with an enhanced federal matching rate for their expansion populations. The most popular piece of legislation in America is a progressive ballot measure. Yeah. That tracks across the board, by the way. That tracks across the fucking board.
Tennessee.
Pearson, like Jones, expelled.
A state in which the Ku Klux Klan was founded
is
now attempting another power grab by silencing the two youngest black representatives.
After the hearing, Johnson was asked why her seat was saved while the other two lawmakers lost theirs.
It might have to do with the color of our skin.
Yeah. She knows why it happened. Meanwhile, you still got motherfuckers chirping like, actually, that's not the reason. No. I said this yesterday. they could have very easily expelled her as well, and then they would have had a level of plausible deniability, right? They could have had a level of plausible deniability and been like, actually, you're racist for even acknowledging it. Actually, that's really fucked up that you're mentioning this because, like, the white lady got expelled too. No, they did it on purpose, okay? They did it on purpose. That doesn't happen by accident. Do you understand? I think the reason why they did it was to say, fuck you. The reason why they did it is the exact same reason why they came out of the gates originally. Okay? They came out of the gates originally and said, we're not going to fix it. When asked about what they will do in the aftermath of yet another mass shooting that took place in their state. I think it was more so just to say, fuck you. What are you going to do about it? Like I said, I think this was done intentionally. They could have easily been racist and then claimed plausible deniability by expelling all 3 of the members. But they chose to expel only the 2 black men. I think that they wanted to openly show that they don't give a fuck. That they're doing it so you understand why they're doing it. Okay? The Tennessee Republicans already hated Justin Jones. Yeah. Here, trigger warning. Obviously, this is a this is not real, but it's a hanged person. A Good Friday presentation at St. Mary's Catholic Church on the Highway 45 bypass alarmed a few of our readers this morning, but according to organizers within the church, the mannequin hanging from a tree behind the church is meant to symbolize Judas Iscariot. He's the disciple who betrayed Jesus for 30 pieces of silver and later hung himself out of guilt. The organizers also said the display will be taken down later today. Tennessee is fucking insane, dog. Like, look at this shit. Look how fucking terrifying this is, dude. Also, from afar, you wouldn't immediately think, oh, this must be a Jesus display. It looks like it was a black person that they hanged. Anyway, it's not real, for the record. That's why I showed it to you. Yeah, bro, the burning cross on my lawn is because I love Christ with a burning passion. Make no mistake. Anyway. Why are you saying TOS, Lucky Pom Pom? That's not a real... It is a display put up by a church. It's not a real person that was hanged. You are my moderator. Come on now.
Allegations of racism were both part of the debate and the reaction after the vote. White Republicans expelled 2 lawmakers, both young black men. Both Jones and Pearson could run for their seats again in a special election. But the question in the minds of a lot of people here is, should they really have to?
Yeah, that's, by the way, only at the end of the fucking article did they actually genuinely say what is going on here. You know what I mean?
Now, one of the 2 state representatives who was expelled last night, and that is Justin Jones. Justin, good morning.
He's like, should have been Ben, dude. It could have been a real guy, dude.
I really appreciate you joining us. I know you haven't had any sleep, and I have to commend you right off on the way that...
I know Don Lemon is on his way out from CNN for, like, rampant misogyny or whatever, but I do think that these glasses look good on him. I know it's, you know, unrelated to the story, but let's continue.
You have conducted yourself, you and your colleagues. It has been notable, and so thank you for joining us. This has captured the attention of the country. Your message to the nation this morning after having been expelled. How are you feeling?
Sorry, thank you so much for having me this morning, Don. Sorry, I'm operating on very little sleep.
No need to apologize at all.
What happened yesterday was a very sad day for democracy, not just in Tennessee, but in this nation. And so I think that there's a lot of thoughts going through my head. The House Republicans chairman who you just saw in this video is still doubling down, even though he is the same Republican chairman who engaged in inappropriate behavior and is still in leadership, as you can see, and was not expelled. But, you know, we have been expelled for standing with our constituents, but I have no regrets. I will continue to speak up for District 52 and for Tennesseans who are demanding change.
Let's talk a little bit more about your colleague. You're talking about Jeremy Faison. He's a Republican caucus chair in the State House. Last night, he did an interview with my colleague, Caitlin Collins, and he said he was wondering why you haven't apologized. Let's listen, and then we'll get your response.
I'd like to add to y'all, they've not backed down from that either. You know, I told them earlier today, I feel like if they would have said, you know what, we messed up. I mean, what American, what human won't bring forgiveness and redemption, but they've doubled down and went so far as
I'm losing my mind. Like they are trivializing the situation. Make no mistake. What the Tennessee State House Republicans did is infinitely worse, like unimaginably worse than what they are supposedly, quote unquote, upset about. Okay? That's insane. They're so fucking arrogant and so whiny and so condescending. It's like, it literally is like, I do declare order in the house. These unfaithful Jebediahs have spoken out of turn. You shall only speak when spoken to.
To stand in the well today and said, I'd do it again.
I mean, you haven't apologized? What is your response to that?
I mean, I think Representative Faison needs to reflect on his own actions as a representative. Earlier this year, last year, Representative Faison pulled down the pants of a referee because he got mad at a basketball game. And he's still in Republican leadership, not expelled, not sanctioned in any way. And so for him to tell us to apologize for standing up for our constituents, I told the speaker and I told that body yesterday that I would apologize when they apologize to the families in Covenant and in the mass shootings across this nation, particularly in our state, at Covenant and Antioch, in the Waffle House.
Wait, I missed it. What did he say?
Down and went so far as to stand in the well today and said, I'd do it again.
I mean, you haven't apologized? What is your response to that?
I mean, I think Representative Faison needs to reflect on his own actions as a representative. Earlier this year, last year, Representative.
Guys, calm down. Don Lemon is on his side. He's just saying, like, how do you respond to how silly that is?
Faison pulled down the pants of a referee because he got mad at a basketball game, and he's still.
Wait, what? Wait, I'm sorry. Wait, hold on. What? Whoa. What? Bro, every fucking Tennessee representative is unhinged, dog. What the fuck? That's not even half of it. Listen to the rest of the shit he says. Oh yeah, we already covered this. I already covered it. That's just that specific Tennessee representative who pantsed a referee at the age of 40. Okay? Wait, there's a video of it? Where? Also, what the fuck is the PA Knights, dude? Oh, wait. Providence Academy Knights? That's their fucking... Dude, that's... Weak-ass bitch. Couldn't even fucking pants him correctly, but also... Yeah, he just got... The greatest fucking counter to that is a strong belt. Yeah, I'm not crazy when I think this is like odd, right? Am I crazy? Is that normal? Like, what kind of Knights are they? Pennsylvania Knights? No, Providence Academy Knights. What the fuck? Providence Academy partners with their parents to equip students to develop spiritual maturity and achieve academic excellence through a biblically based, Christ-centered, classical education, so they will think and live in a manner which brings glory to God. Providence Academy provides a biblically based curriculum and teaches all subjects as a part of an integrated whole with the scriptures at the center. Annual scholarship dinner will feature Pete Hegseth, Fox News guy. Grandparents' Day. Douglas Wilson is an insane Christian fascist who wrote a novel about stealing a sex doll. What the fuck? Who the fuck is Douglas Wilson? Oh, this was another Tennessee state senator, Joey Hensley, defends prescribing opiates to relatives and lover, which, get this, doesn't end there. His lover is also his cousin. That's right. Dude, it's the most Tennessee-ass story of all time. Pill popping, out of control, overprescribing opiates, and cousin fucking. Adulterer, cousin fucking. You think I'm making that shit up? That's a state senator, dog. The nurse with whom Hensley had a romantic relationship with is identified as his second cousin in case records and courtroom testimony from a separate proceeding. On Monday, a Tennessee Department of Health investigator testified Hensley wrote this woman at least 47 prescriptions for controlled substances from 2011 to 2018. Oh, I do say so myself. There ain't nothing better than fucking your cousin while you're both hopped up on some Xans. If that is not godlike, I don't want to be a follower of Christ. I do declare. Oh, I say. I do declare. Some people go to 23andMe to find out what their ancestors look like. I go to it to make sure I'm fucking the right people. Keep it in the family. Oh, I say, I keep it in the family. Keep the bloodlines pure. Cousin Pussy got me hollering hallelujah. The absolute temerity to be a pill-popping cousin fucker and still think that you're better than anyone. But yeah, they are better than anyone. They are better than everyone. Why? Because internally they're thinking like, we're well-bred. You know what I mean? Yeah. I got webbed toes, brother, but that's right. I'm well-bred. Born and bred out of the finest stock. What you consider to be genetic impurities, I consider to be purity. That's right. I got the righteous indignation. They're trying to make a new jaw. Yeah. My family bloodline is so pure, we're looking like pugs out here. You understand me?
Damn, this guy's good.